Hello, 7 MotorSport here. I'm here today at the Miami Homestead road course and I'm going to do a controller challenge. And the last time I was using a controller in Forza 6 was about 4 months ago in a C-Class Ghost lobby. This time, however, I'm using the Lexus ISF in A-Class, and for this first attempt I am using, well actually I'm not using traction control and ABS. And for those of you who watch my channel on a regular basis, you would know that I am a wheel user, and this is literally the first time in 4 months that I have used the controller. And even though I am using manual gears, you may notice that I am not using manual with clutch, and normally when using the wheel I would in most cases use manual with clutch. But using manual with clutch with a controller is at the moment just a little bit too much of a challenge, so that is why I am just going to use manual. Anyway, now I switch over to my fastest lap while not using traction control and ABS. And you might have noticed that I am chasing the great Kabuki, or actually at the moment he is chasing me, but since I'm not really used, or not at all actually, since I'm not used to driving without traction control and ABS on a controller, I would not be able to defeat his lap time while not using traction control and ABS. And also I don't know if the great Kabuki himself used any assist in the lap time that he did on this track. So in case you're watching, please let me know if you remember using any assists at all. Anyway, at this part of the lap I am still ahead slightly, but however this last section, that would be the part that I would have the most difficulty with, and it took quite a while to get the hang of it, but I did have to switch over to using ABS and traction control. So like I said, using traction control and ABS, and this is my fastest lap time with those assists turned on, and as you can see it's lap 12, so it did indeed take quite a while to get the hang of it, shall we say. And of course all of you know that if you use ABS, your braking time or your stopping time is going to be longer than when you're not using ABS. And since it has been a long time since using my wheel that I actually used ABS, that also took me quite a bit to get used to. But eventually I do want to start using the controller without ABS, and when I'm using my wheel I have a brake modification installed that increases the tension when you push the brakes, but of course with a controller that just doesn't exist, and with the tiny amount of movement on the brake trigger compared to the to my brake pedal, that is just quite a lot harder, but I'm sure that eventually I'm going to get the hang of that also. Anyway, as you can see, I managed to get a faster lap time than the Great Kabuki with a 1 minute and 34 seconds. So now I'm going to show you my fastest lap time when using the wheel, and of course in this lap while using the wheel I am not using ABS and also I'm not using traction control. And for some reason the game decided that I shall be chasing the Great Kabuki once again, and in my first lap from a standing start I was already faster than him, but I'm sure that if the Great Kabuki really puts his mind to it and perhaps using a different car, maybe the same one I'm using, that he would be able to get a faster lap time than he did previously. Anyway, the reason I'm pointing out that I was faster than the Great Kabuki from a standing start is that, at least for me, it is so much easier to drive when I'm using a wheel. But some people would say, aren't controller users faster than wheel users? And yes, you are correct. As far as I know, that is indeed the case. However, since that I have very little experience driving with a controller, for me that is just the opposite. Anyway, now let's have a look what happens if I use the wheel again, but this time using a manual with clutch. And as you can see, this time I am chasing my own ghost. And in this lap, which is my fastest one, I'm about, or at least I ended up being about 0.7 of a second faster than my ghost you can see right now. But to be honest, I'm not sure if that's because I was using manual with clutch, or that I was just simply driving a better lap. And while it's true that in a lot of cars in Forza 6 you would be faster if you used manual with clutch, I'm just not sure if that's the case with this car. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Did I just get lucky and do a better lap, or was it the clutch that made me go faster? Anyway, that's it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.